Watch as two of the best chess players in the world, Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura, go head to head in an epic battle. Get ready to be amazed as Magnus smashes through Nakamura's walls, showing off his unmatched skill at the game. The game started out with Carlsen moving his pawn to d4, which was followed by Nakamura moving his knight to f6 in response. The next move for Carlsen was a knight f3, while Nakamura chose a d5 position. This resulted in the London system, in which Carlsen had an active bishop at the middle of the board, which prompted Nakamura to move bishop to d6. Nakamura won the game. Carlsen made the decision to trade bishops, putting more emphasis on his previous achievements in endgames against Nakamura. Carlsen moved his pawn to position c4, and Nakamura responded by trading down another set of pawns, which allowed Carlsen to advance his bishop. Unaware that he was about to make the game more difficult for himself, Nakamura protected his king by capping him in a castle. The first move Carlsen used in his strategy was to play rook c1, which put pressure on Nakamura's queen. Carlsen fortified his position by moving his king and rook into a castle, while Nakamura moved his queen to a more secure location. In response, Nakamura moved his piece to position b6 on the board. Carlsen proposed yet another exchange involving the bishop, and Nakamura reluctantly accepted it. After that, Carlsen made his move by putting a knight in position e5, while Nakamura tried to respond by placing a knight in position d7. However, Carlsen had other plans and played queen f3, which offered Nakamura a queen swap that couldn't accept without giving up his queen. Nakamura was unable to accept this trade without giving up his queen. In order to avoid making the exchange, Nakamura relocated his queen. Even though Nakamura was the more swift player, he was quickly running out of time. Carlsen moved his knight to position c6, where it threatened to check Nakamura's king. However, Nakamura was able to avoid the check by shifting his king out of the way. After realizing that he needed to make a decisive move in order to win the match, Carlsen moved his knight to the c4 square. In his game versus Carlsen, Nakamura made the risky choice to take a free pawn, which ultimately backfired on him. Carlsen moved his piece to g5, putting pressure on Nakamura's knight, who was stationed on f6. In response, Nakamura moved his other knight to position c5, so opening up an escape square for the knight that had been attacked. Carlsen kept up his onslaught by playing the knight in position d6, which added another attack to the centre with an objective of the f7 square. At this juncture, Nakamura began to buckle under the weight of the pressure. Nakamura decided to go for an attack rather than gaining another piece with his queen on square b2, so he moved his knight to square b3. Unfortunately for Nakamura, this play completely destroyed any chance he had of winning. Carlsen then relocated his rook to position c2, which took it out of harm's path and away from attack. Despite Carlsen's devastating move, which involved positioning his rook on c4 to assault Nakamura's queen, Nakamura persevered in playing queen a4. However, Carlsen won the game. Carlsen then struck a fatal blow by threatening Nakamura's knight with his pawn on the 5th rank g5 of the board. After Nakamura's move, Carlsen's pieces would be in a better position to harass Nakamura's king. After realizing what a dreadful mistake he had made, Nakamura shook his head in aspiration. He tried to save the game by moving his knight to the only open square, but it was already too late. Carlsen moved his rook to the square h4, and then after gaining some ground in the game, he made a deal with Nakamura to exchange his knight for his rook. A last-ditch effort, Nakamura moved his rook to f8 with the intention of checkmating Carlsen and advancing his pieces to f2. However, Carlsen was one step ahead of Nakamura's move and was able to eliminate possibilities of Nakamura winning the match by playing his rook on the square f4. In the event that Nakamura took the rook, Carlsen would have him checkmated with the back rank. Now that's all for today. We'll be right back. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next one.